Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Anime Bros podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rosario, joined by my brother, Angelo. And today we're going to talk about something we love.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks now. It's been a little bit.
I'm sure they were waiting with bated breath.
I'm sure they were, but yeah, we've been two busy guys. Probably two of the busiest guys in the world.
Could be.
Busy with work and our upcoming Japan trip, and even just trying to catch up on the anime season right now that's just super loaded.
Yeah, for sure.
We have had not enough time to just, sit down and do this. So sorry we haven't been very consistent. We definitely will try to improve that, probably, I'd say, after we get back from our trip, once we can get back in the swing of things. But thanks for coming along for this ride.
I'm sure they forgive us.
I'm sure they do, too.
All of our loyal and amazing fans out there.
Our literal number of fans.
Yeah. There is a number. I don't know what number.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah, it's all good.
And even our anime time has definitely been cut down by my Helldivers time.
Yeah, fair enough. You gotta save Super Earth, right?
Yeah, it's very important to me. So, but we've still been hanging out. We're catching up on some shows. I think we'll get there. We'll get a review out at some point for the summer season.
Yeah.
So just bear with us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and honestly, in prepping for today's, do you want to introduce today's episode?
I was going to segue into it.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it right now, so segue.
All right, so, with us being...
And then I do have a thought after.
Kind of busy guys, sometimes you get stressed out when you're this busy. And you might not want to watch, some new show that's an action show or a thriller or drama. Sometimes you just want to rewatch or watch something that's just simply there to make you be in a better mood. That brings us to today's episode.
What might that be?
We are going to talk about some of our favorite feel-good shows.
Mm-hmm. I think describing it as comfort show is more accurate for at least what I prepared.
Our comfort show. I mean, I think it's a subjective thing.
For sure.
Because it seems we have slightly different definitions of what makes a comfort show. For me, it was just... it's not usually typically something with a lot of... necessarily action, but a lot of ups and downs. It's usually a show with just a lot of ups.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily a show that's not as deep as other shows.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think that could be, you have a definition go either way. That definitely, to me, if I think feel-good show, that's more what I said. Or what I think. But, in thinking about a comfort show, for me, that's, something that I just find myself going back to. If I don't know what to watch or, I'm having a day and I just want to throw something on and maybe play some games in the background. That's a comfort show. I think about things that I've rewatched a lot. Not necessarily for the example that I think is the antithesis of this. Attack on Titan. My favorite show. I've rewatched it a bunch. But I wouldn't call that a comfort show, right? Because of the subject matter.
Yeah, I don't think I could watch that and then suddenly be in a better mood.
Yeah, I mean, even if I would
it's
say
a great
I can,
show, but...
Yeah. But, so yeah, that's a comfort show to me is just something I find myself going back to, almost in a time of need, right? So what I was going to say is thank you for giving us the
that
episode
segue,
breakdown.
Yeah.
Is that in prepping for today, I'm looking at all the shows we've watched and seeing how many that I necessarily have not rewatched or revisited, and it made me think about kind of the situation we're in now, where we're behind on the season worth of anime. And a lot of the shows we just watch when they come out, and that's when we watch them. And I personally, I know we're different. I think you probably watch more anime than me. But I don't rewatch a lot of the stuff. So it made me think of just the grind that is seasonal anime. And I think maybe that could be an episode at some point. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Because I really do think it's a choice that is... can feel like a little bit of a grind. And it's all enjoyable, but so much of it, or so consistent, it can be a lot. So I think that maybe is something we can talk about in the future. That being said, we've prepped a nice list of some shows to talk about today. I think a lot of them we've probably talked about in the past to some extent. But really, we'll talk all about, why they're comfort shows to us. And Ange, you put together a nice list. I had a few thoughts. I definitely agree with a lot of the ones in your list, and I certainly would be able to speak to them. But I don't know if there's any order you want to go in. I think the ones I thought of, one's on your list, and then the other two whenever we want to slide in.
Yeah, I'm going to start with this one.
Yeah, I think that's great.
The first one I wanted to start with is the quintessential quintuplets, which, we just...
Part 4.
Surprise! Our last 3 episodes were a deep dive into the show. I went into very great detail about the plot, the characters, things we like about it, and I definitely did talk about it being a comfort show for me, it being one that I go back to quite often. Probably the most rewatched show in my repertoire.
Yeah.
Because it's just not that long and it's just so easy to watch. It's not to say that it's not a deep show. Some of these ones are not as deep, but it's just, for me, it's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
So it really is one that I will put on if I have a bad day.
No, I hear you there, dude. I definitely, I agree. And I think, there's definitely some drama in the show. Not enough to make it, not a comfort watch.
Yeah.
But also, I think the amount of times that we've rewatched it and how familiar we are with the specific drama, you don't even think about it. And I think that could also be something making it comforting, is just the sheer volume of quintessential quintuplets we've watched.
Yeah, I've watched it so many times.
It's something I've watched a lot as well. And, I think jokingly, too, so we're on Crunchyroll the other day, we're just looking at all the new episodes. And it's what do we watch next? And then the joke is, because we had watched them before, recording some of the other pods, and it was still kind of on our just watch. It was the Quins, there it is.
Let me tell you, that's very tempting.
You know what I mean?
If you took their remote and put that on, I wouldn't be like, hey man, we got other stuff to catch up on. I'd be like, yeah.
All right, let's watch it.
Yeah. So I think that's, for me, my number one comfort show, honestly. But we did just talk about it for a while.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Figure it's time to move on.
I hear you.
I guess we'll go with one of my next one.
Yeah, just keep rolling. They're not. We watched them all together. Don't
Well, I thought of it.
Okay. Well, take the credit. This was your idea for the episode. This is your cooking.
Once again, another show we've talked about in not as much detail, but we've talked about quite a few times, and this is Gamers.
Yeah.
Now, this show isn't what I would call, I don't know. It's not a very comforting show in the, just plain sense. The show is it's not quite cringy, but there's just so many misunderstandings.
Yeah, we described it as misunderstanding the show.
It's just difficult to watch in the best way possible. I don't think this one would be a comfort show for everybody. But for us who have seen it, it really is a comfort show. We've gone back to it at least once together.
At least, yeah. I think multiple times. We just never finish it.
Yeah, because when you finish it, then it's gone forever.
So true, until we rewatch it again.
Yeah, I feel like the last episode of a lot of shows are my least watched ones, funnily enough.
That's
fair. But yeah, I mean, it's Gamers. It's arguably the funniest thing we've ever watched, funniest anime we've ever watched. And it's just, it's fun. It's fun. It is, misunderstanding the show, but I will always be in a better mood when Gamers is on.
Yeah, and I think I agree. It's just a fun time, and once again, it's something that we're so familiar with. We're familiar with the specific instances that maybe could be cringy or give you some secondhand embarrassment. That it's we're ready to face them, and it doesn't hit as hard as maybe the first time.
I still feel like the first time though, when it's doing that, I was just laughing. The whole time.
Yeah, for sure, because it's so over the top, right? It's not. It's almost a caricature of the drama. It's very funny, and I don't know that it was meant to be a commentary on that kind of stuff, but it is just so over the top dramatic that it's great.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too. So the next one here, if you don't mind, I introduce. This was actually the first show that popped into my head for this. This is oddly enough. And it's not even it's high on my list, but it's not that high on my list. It's not my favorite romance or any of this stuff, but it might.
I feel like it's pretty high.
It is relatively, but there's some other things that are higher. It might be the thing I've gone back to the most just in my own time, especially romance wise. And that's Horimiya. I don't even know how to describe it and why it is comforting. I don't know if it was because it takes me back to a time you showed me this. I was in college. I kind of watched it on my own, or did we watch
No, I
the
think
other?
we might have watched like an episode or two, and I think you watched most of it on your own.
Yeah, like,
when the first season was out.
so like that. I don't know. Going back to those memories, just like kind of cozy nostalgia. So I think that makes it comforting. Just the overall feel of the show like is just so calm, chill. You know, like there is some drama. There's obviously the romance and all, but it is just, you know, even keel and kind of calming.
Yeah, no, it is a very
I don't know if that
relaxing
makes
show.
sense.
No, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, even like some scenes with like the art style and the music really adds
Yeah,
to
that's
that.
kind of
It's
what
not-
I'm thinking. Yeah.
And there's plenty of like high energy, funny moments too. And also with like the pacing of the show, with them doing the whole complete series in one season and then
Yeah.
going back for a second season with
adding
the
more,
missing
yeah.
pieces, the missing episodes. That like watching the missing pieces for me is just complete like just comfort, because we've already seen the most important events of the story happen. These are just like kind of almost like fun side stories.
Yeah, I like that take on it because I do agree. The missing pieces is awesome, and it lumps in there right with it. I just like even the openings are comforting and just give me that nostalgic, happy feeling. The first ending, like I don't know, you kind of
Yeah, dude,
transcend.
it really it's a really happy show. It's fantastic, and like honestly, after talking about it, I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I've rewatched this plenty of times. I don't know if we've like rewatched. We definitely rewatched the first season. We watched the whole second season in English and Japanese.
Yeah,
So we've watched
yeah,
that at least twice.
Yeah, and just picked out episodes here and there.
Yeah, it's just always a good time.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I thoroughly enjoy it. And like I said, it was the first thing that popped in my head for this. It feels so right for this comfort shows category to me.
No, I
It
think,
really does.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. And I feel like this one I've rewatched more than a lot of these other ones. Even Gamers. This is probably my like second most watched show
Yeah.
on this list.
Yeah.
Third. But
Alright,
yeah,
we'll get there. Yeah.
yeah, we'll get there.
It sounds good.
But yeah, I love this show. I guess we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, this next one's gonna be a you one.
Yeah, I wanted to.
No, I can't talk about some of the songs.
Yeah, very honestly, very comforting. But I wanted to put something on my list that wasn't a rom-com. I didn't really put anything that wasn't at least a comedy, but at least this is not like just a traditional rom-com. And the show I'm talking about is Konosuba, which there's like slight elements of romance, but it's more so it's a comedy. It's like slightly, yeah, I don't know. It's a great show. It's a fantasy, and the jokes get a little, I don't want, like, very raunchy at times.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. It's just a fun romp. It's one of the things I say a
Romp,
lot, but
I
it
like
is.
that, yeah.
It's a fun show. The characters are great. Kazuma, he's a little bit of a scumbag at times, but he's very funny. Aqua, the goddess,
he's an isekai
she's...
protagonist at the end of the day.
Yeah, but there's like ones who are way better.
There's a few.
But he's funny.
Not many. They're all pretty rough. I
Aqua, she's a goddess who drinks a lot.
think. Uh-huh.
Darkness, Royalty, who has a couple weird things she's into.
Yeah.
And then Megumin, who's obsessed with one crappy spell.
Uh-huh.
Like, you really are just a great group of people to... they always have a great time, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It is a comforting show, and for me, it's not that deep. I don't know if people get into it and really, like it like that, but for me, it's just like it's a fun show. I never take it seriously. I don't really feel like there's any drama elements. I'm never going to be, like, that invested in it
Yeah.
that I'm going to, like, cry over it. But it's a fun show. It's got, like, some heartwarming moments, too, so it's just a good time.
I like.
And you have to
the
say,
songs, yeah. Go ahead.
The music, the background music is good too. It's just like, your fun fantasy music. The openings are all by the same girl, and they're all good. But the music in this show is really all about the ending songs.
Yeah.
That's where it shines the
For
most.
sure.
And all three of them are by the voice actresses for Darkness, Megumin, and Aqua,
Uh-huh.
which adds a little something to the show. But there are 3 of the best ending songs ever, and they're not on Spotify, and it's really tragic.
Yeah, they're really good. I think it's the third one in particular that I really like.
Yeah.
It's just such a groovy little tune. You know, it's very chill, very relaxing, catchy. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it.
And the visuals with it,
The
just
visuals
them
are good,
doing
yeah.
like stupid crap
Yeah,
and
just-
having fun.
yeah.
Like, I think that might have been in our episode of Worlds We Wanted to Live In. I think I might have said Konosuba.
Interesting, yeah.
Just because it's, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, they have a lot of fun. And I really like the visuals for the second opening are good. It's like, shows them, like, going out in the day. Kazuma's going fishing, and, like, they all cook up food together. It's cool. And then the first one is it's my least favorite of the 3, but I feel like that one's, like, the most just, like, comforting, fun fantasy song. So, yeah. It's a good show. I would definitely recommend it to somebody who likes that kind of comedy, but it is definitely a comfort show for me. I went and rewatched the first season not too long ago just because I was bored one day, and I had a good time with it, so I feel like it fits perfectly.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll rip to the next one
Keep
because it's
rolling,
another
baby.
one that I thought of.
I'll really hammer that point home for the audience.
Yeah, I mean, it's that he built.
Oh, man.
The next one is Aharin Sawa Hakarenai, which is we call it Aharin because
Yeah.
the rest of it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
We just talked about it not long ago because the
Yeah.
show just finished up.
Yes, yeah.
I guess last season.
It was, yeah.
Which we didn't end up talking about the last episode during our review. We're like, nothing's gonna happen, and then everything happened.
Yeah, it was a nuts episode.
I'm not gonna spoil everything with the ending, but it was
It was insane.
they had so much happened,
Yeah.
and I feel like it was a nice ending to the show.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I expected the show to be over. you know?
Yeah, I thought.
I guess it was kind of leading that way, like they were getting ready to go to college and all this stuff. But like,
Yeah, I mean the show just.
boy,
takes
did
place
they!
of them.
Yeah, a lot happened.
It was like a big time skip, and
Just crazy stuff.
but it was about as
Space is involved, maybe.
possibly. It was really fun though.
It was.
It was funny. It was for me too. It was so unexpected.
Oh, without a doubt.
But this show is another one that is just fun. It doesn't get super deep. There's definitely a lot of heartwarming moments. Very, very few like low points. It's just good times. But this show is one of the funniest I've watched in a long time. In watching the second season with you, we laughed so much. And then in preparation, I rewatched the first season because it had been a couple years. And I was just having a great time doing it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So honestly, I don't think I have this show ranked too close to like the top 10 in my list.
Yeah,
and
I mean-
I think it could be in the top 20.
Yeah, I mean,
or
we
top
said this
30.
earlier today, but our lists, they need a lot of
Well, the
love.
problem is we've already presented them.
Yeah,
on
I
this
mean, well, we
podcast,
can
so
continue the order the way we're going, but
once we get back to number 1, maybe like once or twice a year, we just do like a recap of
yeah, and
putting our shows in, or we do that at the end of the season. We put it in our list at that number.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be fun.
Yeah,
But yeah, Aharin is it's a great show. I would recommend it. It's very chill. Obviously, with a character like Aharin, who doesn't really show emotion, same with Raido, they really are just very chill. It's not super high energy, but it's just super fun.
yeah, this is like one where I'll say it's just kind of like turn your brain off, just sit back, relax, have a good time watching it. It's gonna have some good comedic stuff. It's gonna be a little over the top silly, which is like just fun, and yeah, just pretty calm characters overall
Yeah.
for the most part.
Do you have like a favorite bit in the show?
I forget. I feel like I said something last time we were on here. I really liked the Animal Crossing bit in the most recent season. I also really liked the bad boy Raido one.
Oh, was that when he drank the...
He thought he drank alcohol,
Yeah,
but
it
it
was
wasn't actually.
Yeah, it was a mocktail.
Yeah.
I think you said you liked the one where he's playing like that
Oh,
idle
that was
game.
really good too. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many. I think those are all good. The Animal Crossing one I didn't expect to be good because there's a mantis on our window here.
Oh, let's go. Good luck.
They're very rare, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're good luck. But
I think so.
I really like the one where they rap in the first episode. Or the first season, sorry. But in the second
I don't
season,
even know if I remember that.
they do one where they're like in a musical in the second season.
That was great too.
Like
yeah.
It's just like there's like a new like
Yeah,
almost
there's a bit, yeah.
like every part of an episode. It's funny. It's honestly hilarious. So that's about what I have to say about
keeps
it.
you coming back for more.
Yeah, like that's one of those shows that if it was like 30 seasons, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, well,
Like if it just
see what silly stuff they're doing.
even if like they just randomly made more episodes, even though the story's completed, I would always be
Yeah.
down. You know,
Yes.
like there's some shows or a show that I'm watching now that I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I'm just ready for it to be over. Not to name any names.
That's
but,
never fun.
but like that's not one of them.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to another one of my choices.
Alright,
And this is another one that we watched together, and this is Girlfriend. We've talked about this one a decent bit, or at least, I don't know, we talked about it at least once. It's the one where the guy gets a girlfriend, and then he convinces his girlfriend to let him have another girlfriend, but then there's some other YouTuber girl who likes him, and then the one girl, the original girlfriend's best friend, realizes that she's liked him a long time. So, like, with a setup like that,
Yeah.
how could it not be a good time?
This, like, I don't know. This is one of my comfort shows, but
Oh, it's
I'm
so
gonna
much
let you
fun.
cook.
I don't know. For me,
I like the show.
it's
I liked
just-
it way more than I thought I was going to. I was a hater at first.
I consider partially a comfort show. A lot of these, some of these are just ones I don't take too seriously, and this is one of them. It's not a very deep show.
Yeah,
it's
don't.
not going to really bring many emotions out of me besides laughter and happiness.
Yeah. Okay,
And you
alright.
know what? It does that.
I
and
see the vision.
Yeah, and yeah, I haven't rewatched it, but like if I did, I'd be having a good time. We'd watched the second season in English and Japanese too, so we technically have watched the second season twice.
Yeah.
The first season it took you like halfway through to start liking
Yeah,
it.
I was
I'm,
a hater for sure.
I'm glad you powered through, man, because what a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a great show, but it's fun, and for me, that's what makes a comfort show.
Yeah, that's fair, dude. I mean, look, it fits your definition, right? Like, that's all that matters.
It's a subjective thing.
Yeah, certainly.
But Girlfriend is a good show.
Yeah, but I
or
think
a
it's-
fun show.
I think it's a pretty darn good rom-com. It's definitely, once again, pretty absurd.
Yeah. But when
Yeah.
I think of it compared to some like those seasonal ones we watched, I still think this one will stand above once we do our new ranking.
Yeah, I think
A
I
good
would
chunk
agree
of
with
them,
that.
at
I think I
least.
would agree with that.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get more someday. If not, we'll have to read the manga. I've thought about it a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good show to watch.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do one of your other ones here? Because we're getting close to the end of my list.
Sure. We're not really that close.
How many more do you have? 2 more.
Two. I guess. Yeah, I guess two. I'll talk about Kaguya-sama next. Like, we've talked about it so many times. Did we do a deep dive on the show yet?
Yeah.
So, like, this is just my favorite romance. I think in the same vein of everything that you've talked about with some of the shows, like, we watch a lot of romance, so obviously, that's going to be on the forefront of our minds with some of these. And then also just the comedy aspects, like, that you're able to just sit down and have a good time watching it. Like, something I like about this show, especially at the beginning, is, like, every episode's kind of a few little stories, little bite-sized things, you know what I mean?
Little.
You just get a little
Yeah,
taste.
kind of like I had it with the little bits.
Yeah. So that's like really easy to digest, right? So that along with just like my adoration of the characters, like I think all the characters are fantastic. So it's like, not to say that they're like comfort characters, but it's like, a familiar crew that you can always go back to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that probably because it's my favorite romance, it's one that I've gone back to a lot and can really just throw on any episode and have a good time. Like obviously there's some drama with the progression of the romance, but not like anything too crazy at all.
I don't know. I feel like it's got like a decent bit of like season 2 with Ishigami.
Yeah. Well, I don't really rewatch those episodes, so
I ended up rewatching them, and I'm like, oh, this isn't too comforting. But
yeah, that's certainly.
I'd say the
drama,
majority
yeah.
of the episodes are, and
Yeah.
the amount of times we've gone back to the rap episode
For
it's
sure, like that in and of itself is comforting as all.
No, yeah, I definitely figured you would put it on your list, so
Yeah.
I didn't even consider it for mine.
You figured correctly. Well, you really thought like I wasn't gonna put any of those 10 on my list?
I mean, I knew you were gonna put these other ones, but I knew I like them more than you. Well, I don't know about this one, but I like some of them more. So I feel like I don't care if they're on both of our lists. It's a me show.
Yeah, okay.
Kaguya is a you
You're
show.
getting really possessive of all.
Well, you like Kaguya more. You found Kaguya. It's a you show.
No,
I like Horimiya more.
I hear you.
Yeah, I discovered the show. It's a me show.
Do you like Horimiya? Where's that on your list?
I don't know. It's in the top 10.
Okay.
It might actually be higher on yours. You have initial D ranked higher than me, but I still
really do
consider
like
it a me
initial D.
show.
That's. I mean, yeah.
I thought about
I have
that, but
Horimiya
I
at
didn't.
14.
Yeah, I have Horimiya in the top 10. Yeah, I think Kaguya is a great show. It doesn't lack depth like some of these other ones I've talked about.
No.
I wouldn't consider it a fun romp. It is just a really good rom-com.
Yeah.
But it is definitely funnier than the average rom-com, so I definitely think that gives it points towards being a comfort show.
Yeah.
Like, in preparation for our deep dive on it, I did go back and rewatch a nice bit of it. The last couple, like, specials they did weren't that feel good, but, like, most of the show is just fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, I agree with you there, man.
Cool.
And guess what? We got another rom-com coming.
Yeah.
And this is Bokuben.
See, that's interesting.
never
This is
learned.
one that I definitely like a lot more than you. I
Yeah,
feel.
well, you read the whole manga. They
Yeah.
cut so much out of the
They
anime,
cut so
but
much
I
out of
just
the anime.
I was looking through the Crunchyroll watch list, or with I don't know, our show's on there, and
Yeah.
it's just like,
Watch list.
is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
I was about to say wish list, but I'm like,
It's definitely
no,
not the
that's
wish
not it.
list.
Like, I wish to watch this show.
I mean, that could be like
We already
the
watched.
shows you want to watch.
Yeah, I want to watch Bokuben again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I haven't rewatched the show. I think too, with rewatching shows when they're exclusively in Japanese, it definitely does make it harder to go for a rewatch because you do have to give it, 90% of your attention.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff for me, like I'm pretty.
Like these next two that
I
we're
like
going to
to
talk about.
to do things at the same. Like I like to play games and rewatch stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've been known to do that from time to time. I do that actually a decent bit depending on what game I play. Now
Yeah.
I've got a dual monitor setup.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but
I'm not bragging.
But Bokuben was just such a great show that it felt wrong not to put it on here.
I did not expect that. Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's definitely one of the funnier ones we've ever watched.
Mhm.
And it does not really lack depth, but there's not that many down points. It's just a lot of good times. I guess I don't know. There's down points, but I feel like there's not that many like low lows.
Yeah.
Like there's not any episode that's gonna not make me happy. Like every episode would make me happier than I was before I started it. If that makes sense.
It does, yeah. Yeah, this wasn't really, like I said, wasn't really one that I expected. I enjoy the show a lot. Like I read all of the manga. They took a lot out for the anime, so there was a lot of extra stuff in the manga. There's 5 endings in the manga. Like it has an ending for each love interest, which is awesome. But I've never thought of it in the context of being like a comfort show. I think just because I haven't gone back to it. And honestly, after reading the manga, like the manga trumps the anime so much because there's so much more that I haven't thought about it in that way. But it certainly is like pretty darn feel good. Like it's got a lot of progression, which is fun to watch. It's one of my favorite romances. So you kind of stumped me a little bit here with that addition. I really like to see that
you'd
from you.
have a nice bit to add. I definitely do want to get on the manga at some point.
Yeah, I really highly recommend it. There's just so much extra. It's really, really good. Adds just so much to the story for each of the characters. And then, like, obviously, having an ending for each of the love interests is
It's unique.
incredible. Yeah, like
And this is, you know what I do love about the show? There's like the little Easter egg of the little
yeah. I think that might have
mascot.
only been in the manga or in the anime. Yeah,
Well, I mean that for me is like worth rewatching.
yeah, that's fair.
And it was fun. Like I've never had a show that's done that.
Yeah.
Like I'd be excited to see the little
Yeah, where's
dude
he
and be
gonna
like,
be?
where is he going to be at this episode? And then when I
That's
finally be like, oh, and I don't know. It's
Where would you be like?
there he is. There he is.
Don't hit the table.
Like that
You
one
can hear it.
meme of Leo. I don't know what movie it's from. Where he's like,
I think it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
there you go. But that's how I feel when I find it, and I'd be like always trying to find it.
That's great.
But yeah, so from rom-com with a one-word title to another rom-com with a one-word title that you liked more than me.
Yep.
The next one is Makain.
Yeah, see, I thought of this one too, but I never rewatched it, so I didn't.
Also known as Too Many Losing
qualify.
Heroines.
Yeah.
I might give it a shot because I think there is a dub to like watch while I watch something else. But this was one of the funniest things we've watched.
I really liked
in a
this
long
show a
time.
lot,
Like one of
dude.
the new things we watched.
Yeah.
I don't think anything that's come out this year has been funnier than it. Quite honestly.
Yeah, I guess not. I'm trying to blank on what we've watched this year.
I don't know. Makain is. I can tell you, none of it's as funny as
Probably
Makain.
not. Yeah, probably not.
Makain, I'd say, is like almost top 5 for funniest things we've watched.
Wow, yeah.
It's
I
really fun,
I
dude.
have to rewatch.
We
it.
laughed like the entire time.
Yeah.
And there's like decent rom-com. The character designs are good. The characters' growth is even good.
Yeah.
But it's another one of those shows where it does get very cringy with these losing heroines, especially the first episode.
Yeah, episode.
With Anna being very diabolical with that straw.
She was down bad.
Like it's cringy, but like it's much in the same vein as Gamers. It's like over the top enough that I didn't feel secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that is cringe done well, for sure. You know,
Yeah, because like that first scene where with the straw,
it's
and
so
like,
funny.
It's got
You
like
just see
the main character,
her like look, or like them like meet eyes, and he's just
and
looking
he's
at
like
them.
the whole time he's like narrating,
don't
and he
do it,
says like
don't
you
do
can't
it,
do
don't
it.
Don't do it.
Like after he watches the whole
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
after
yeah.
her watching her get rejected, it's
man.
like I don't know. It's a fun show. I certainly hope to see more in the future.
But I thought they announced a season 2.
Yeah, I think so. Preferably the near future.
Yeah, which was interesting because the last episode I think was all anime only.
Yeah, which I guess needs to give it some time to catch up.
Yeah, indeed.
So hopefully we see it during 2026.
I hope so. Yeah. Oh man, it would be great. The songs were great. Like this, hearing that first opening, or the only opening.
Yeah, the only opening. But they had 3 different ending songs, one for each of the girls. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly excited to see like where the story goes with that and see if any of the characters do end up falling for
Yeah, I hope so.
what's their boy Nokimitsu or is that
Yeah, Nukumizu.
which one's
what?
Narayuki is
Narayuki is
Bokuben.
Bokuben.
Alright, yeah, I get the two of them names
Nukumizu
confused.
is Makain. Yeah, like I know a little bit about what's coming. Like one of the girls who's gonna get some shine, which is pretty exciting. Not one of the main 3 from the first season. So yeah, should be good to come.
Interesting.
And this is one we're less likely to look ahead on because it's a light novel. But you know,
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what's in store for us.
indeed,
I guess I'll do this next one.
sure.
And this show isn't. I'd say a lot of the time it's a feel-good show. It's
It can be a tearjerker.
it is a tearjerker. It's a drama, and it is my favorite show, Fruits Basket. But I feel like just for the sense of me liking it as much as I do, and the amount of times I've rewatched it, like even with the sad stuff, it still becomes heartwarming, and most of the sad stuff resolves in a heartwarming way.
Mm-hmm.
The episodes themselves might be roller coasters, but I'd say overall as a story, it's pretty heartwarming.
Yeah,
And you get to see so many awesome characters grow, which I think is very heartwarming once again.
yeah. This might be a
Um,
heartwarming show. I'm getting the sense.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Thank you.
But it's my favorite show, so I don't know how I couldn't put it on here. I mean, I know how you couldn't put like your favorite show on here, but they're different. They're
Yeah.
different levels of drama
Yeah, a little bit.
and emotional roller coasters.
I don't think there's genocide in Fruits Basket.
Not really. And even like in the beginning of the show, Fruits Basket, before we start to dig deeper, there is a lot more like comedy elements in like the first season.
Yeah,
And throughout the show, though, there still retains a little bit of comedy.
yeah.
But I don't know. For me, it's just such a good show that I will just be way happier when I watch it. It is another one that if I really am having a really crappy day, I'll watch that, and then everything will just feel okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that for me to have such a connection with a show that it will just make me happier on my most stressed out moments.
Yeah. I like it's like definitely pretty darn drama-y, and I like probably could rewatch the whole thing again. But there's definitely like some parts that I can think of as pretty comforting, and like for example, the one episode that comes to my mind when I think of this in a comforting sense is when she like kind of goes to live back with her family, but then the 2 boys go in and take her back home.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Like that's really a comforting ending to an episode, and that level of storytelling. Like I find comforting.
Yeah.
For lack of better words.
Yeah, I wonder how many times we said comforting this episode.
Probably quite a few.
I said heartwarming so many
Yeah,
times
you were cooking with that.
in a row that I'm going to try to give it a break for the rest of the episode.
I don't think this next one's heartwarming. And
Yeah.
I know mine's not.
Do you want to do yours now, and then we'll finish with this one?
Sure.
Well, because I honestly don't think yours is.
I didn't think Fruits Basket really was, but I gave you an example, didn't I?
I'll give you some examples. All right, go ahead.
So my next choice. So this was actually one. I was talking to one of my buddies, Tony. I'll give him a shout out. The other day, and I said that we were going to be doing this episode, and I'm like, I'm not really sure what I want to talk about, like, what shows. And he said this, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know what, you're right. And for him, I think he said it was his most comforting show. And then I was just like watching some YouTube videos before this, or listening rather, because it was on my drive home. Listen to some people talk about shows that they found comforting and kind of why. This was one that came up there as well. So that really kind of made me see that side of it. And after a minute of hyping up the show, I'll announce it as Hunter x Hunter, which I think that just getting out in front of your concerns, when I said this to you, my favorite part of the show is the York New City arc. Karapika is my favorite character. His whole arc is dark. The York New City, like, there's a lot of darkness.
Is that what I've seen?
Yeah. You haven't even finished it. There's probably worse coming in York New City.
Great.
But just the show overall, I think of like the first season, the third season, the Chimera Ant arc can get pretty dark. So really it's the Hunter exam, and then I can't think of the game that they go into. Oh,
Game?
yeah, they're in York New City to get the game.
Ah, they're trying to get a video game.
Yeah,
I don't know
I can't think of the
called.
game.
I don't know. And
That's
then
so
they go train
embarrassing.
in like a trading tower.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's feel good. But it's not like, I don't know. It seems that the episode we stopped on, your favorite episode, I feel like after where we're at there, like, there's no turning back.
Yeah, there's turning back.
I don't
Not for Karapika, but for Gon and Kilo.
Well, they're little kids. They're like 12.
They are, yeah.
I feel like, I don't know.
It's fine. Let me cook real quick.
All right, you cook, and
So,
then I'll share my points.
It's the adventurous aspects of the show that I find comforting. It's just kind of fun to watch. And I think the characters also are a big part of that. Like, Gon is such at least, not toward the end, things get a little dark. But for the bulk of the show, is such like a positive force, such a positive protagonist. Has such a good attitude about everything that, like, it is just heartwarming to watch his story unfold. It's just fun. I think fun is the way to describe it. And like I said, I acknowledge that that's not the full show, but I think that it is enough of it for this to be something comforting for me, something that I go back to and will watch from time to time. Sometimes I'm going back to watch my favorite parts, the darker stuff. But sometimes it's just going back to rewatch that first arc with the exam, and that's just fun. It's just fun.
That's true. I feel like that's, yeah, and it is. I had a fun time with the Hunter exam, and I could definitely, like, I would consider that like a comforting part of the show. I feel like it's hard, though, for one of those action shows to maintain that. Eventually, they all get serious, Like the original Dragon Ball series, I'd say for up until Krillin gets killed in original Dragon Ball, that's like a fun action comedy. And I would even consider that like a feel-good, or like One Piece before things get serious. So you know what? I'm not going to argue Hunter x Hunter being on there, because you're not saying every episode is a feel-good episode. Just at least a chunk, I'm trying to figure out what the game is called.
Yeah, it's bad.
But yeah, I'd certainly like to watch more Hunter x Hunter. I know we got to your favorite episode, and then you're like, we're good. But there's definitely a lot more I need to see, and hopefully eventually we can get back there. And, we'll have more to talk about with Hunter x Hunter when we get to our deep dive on it. So I'll try to save some of my thoughts. But I also have to stall till you figure out what this video game is called.
Well, so now I'm just like a list of arcs, and this will really do it for me.
All right. So now, are we? Should I stay on Hunter x Hunter, or are you just gonna call out the name when you find it?
I'll just call out the name. Keep cooking.
All right. The last.
Greed Island.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not familiar to me. I know York, New City. Kind of like New York City.
Maybe that's some of the game's called. What it's called.
All right. I'm gonna move on here.
Keep cooking.
To my last one, which, surprise, surprise, is another rom-com. And this is arguably the most over-the-top rom-com I've ever watched. Probably the most over-the-top rom-com I've ever watched. And this is The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You.
Good job.
We've talked about it a couple of times now. And this is one that I've read ahead on the manga with whatever's published on paper, so I don't know. I've definitely got like another season under my belt. And it's really like at the point where I'm at, it's kind of become like, like Monster of the Week, but like Girlfriend of the Week.
Gotcha.
They like stick with the formula now that we've established, like the core group. Last season was very much like that. The second season was like meets a new girlfriend, overcomes obstacles, has fun, and she bonds with the other girlfriends so they can form a happy family.
Yeah.
And, but I'm going to stick around till he gets to 100. I think where the manga's at now, he's at like 30 or something. Where I'm at in the manga, he's at like, I don't know, like 16, 17.
There's so much.
It's going to be, continue to be hard to keep up with, but it's just a fun, simple show.
What a feat that would be if the mangaka could pull it off.
He's promised. I don't know how much, if that means anything, if it'll ever get canned, but I feel like there's enough people like me and who enjoy it. But it's one of those shows, like you said, you can just turn your brain off and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a deep show.
No.
It is heartwarming, as heartwarming as a show can be, where a guy's going to have 100 girlfriends. Like, they really are just like the happy Rentaro family, which I think it's a beautiful thing, even.
Yeah.
But the show's not there for that. It's there to just have fun. And there's not really any low points besides, like, in one of the... I guess there was some.
Yeah, there's drama.
There's some drama. It's not super deep drama, and it usually gets rectified
pretty quickly
and usually in a funny enough manner, like in the first season when Hakari was like taken away and she's gonna be gone, and her mom doesn't want her seeing Rentaro anymore, and it ends with him becoming girlfriends with Hakari's mom as well. Yeah. Like, I don't know where they come up with these things.
I don't know, man.
But I don't know. It's over the top, but it is fun. Like, nobody can debate me. I'm not going to once again sit here and say, oh, it's the best show ever written. But, like, if you just want to have a good time and you want to watch a rom-com, I think this one's for you then.
Yeah. I don't feel as strongly about the show as you do, but I can certainly agree that it is just a turn your head off and have fun kind of thing.
It's a comfort show. It's very comforting. Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know who could have a bad time watching 100 Girlfriends. Plus, they've been having a lot of sick references to other
I do enjoy
anime.
The references a lot, yeah.
Like, they had a cool Dragon Ball one last season.
That went pretty hard.
I think that was the best one.
That went pretty hard.
But they just continue to do them, at least in the manga, and so sorry. And who knows how many of them are going to translate to the anime as we continue, but hopefully we keep getting more seasons, keep getting more manga, so at least we can let Rentaro get his 100 girlfriends. Yeah. Because if there's any guy who can handle, and any guy who deserves 100 girlfriends, it's him.
Agreed.
All right, that's it for me.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, the only other thing that I thought of was, and this isn't really a whole show, it's just a set of episodes that I will go back to more than I feel any set of episodes, and that is the the Great Saiyaman arc of Dragon Ball Z. I love it so much. Just like the Gohan high school stuff, his relationship with Videl, the whole Great Saiyaman, just over the top silliness. Like, I love that brief set of episodes.
If you like that, you should try the original Dragon Ball series.
I'm good. But yeah, that was just something else that popped into my head as I was trying to come up with shows.
I think that's very nice though when shows do that. When like especially like action shows like that, when something crazy happens. Oh, they saved the world from this monster. Like, hey, let's take a break a little bit. Let's let the plot chill out a little bit before we hype up the next big thing. If you just go big thing to big thing to big thing, that's how you end up with Dragon Ball's insane power scaling. Which makes all these characters, half of the characters, unless you're literally just Goku or Vegeta, you're useless.
Yeah. No, it's true. But yeah, that was just my final kind of thought there.
Nah, dude, I watched a good chunk of... That was actually some of the first Dragon Ball I ever watched.
Yeah, it was good.
And it's just fun. Like, who doesn't want to watch Gohan goes to high school?
Yeah, it's great. He cooks.
And learns how to talk with girls. Like, that's great.
It's fun, yeah. It's my favorite. That's my boy. Like, yeah, so that's all I got.
Yeah, me too. Thank you guys for listening to the episode. Hopefully,
as always.
If you like rom-coms, I think we gave you some good recommendations for something to watch on a rainy day, on a sad day.
Yeah,
when you're stressed out,
turn your head off and watch.
Yeah, or when you want to just have a good time. And if you don't like rom-com, then
Hunter.
You probably don't like a lot of what we talk about.
Goat X Goat, baby.
Yeah, I feel like
Goat X Goat.
Yeah, watch an adventure comedy. Watch Hunter x Hunter. At least the beginning. Watch the beginning of One Piece.
Yeah. Well, watch all of Hunter x Hunter. You can take the bad parts too.
Yeah.
Or the darker parts. They're not bad.
Once you get invested,
that's the best part.
You'll get invested with the good times and you'll stick around for the bad times.
True. Alrighty. We'll be back at you guys shortly. Might be like some Japan stuff. Might be some other random stuff. But we'll be around.
And then I think when we get back from our trip, we'll get going on a My Hero Academia deep dive.
Yeah, so I guess that is the next one, huh?
Look forward to that.
That'll be cool.
2 months.
I mean, the new season's going to be coming out, so...
Yeah, that's going to be cool to do it while
while
we're talking about it.
Pretty darn timely.
But yeah, thank you guys.
All right, we're out. Peace.